Hey everyone, it's Lisa here today with a pick a card reading, and today's reading is what is their next move. So this could be regarding a crush, somebody you're in relationship with, or someone you're separated from, but this is going to be looking at a more romantic type of situation, or a situation with romantic feelings, at least on your end. So guys, there are 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can go ahead and pause the video at this moment and take your pick, and I'll see you in your reading. Okay, so those of you that have chosen pile number 1 with this beautiful moonstone here, this is your reading. So we've got the Two of Cups, the Hierophant, the Hanged Man, 5 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords, the Caduceus, and the Serpent. This is the Madame and Dora's fortune telling deck. If you're interested in any of these decks, I have the links below in my description box, so you can go ahead and click on those if you want. They are affiliate links. They help me buy more supplies for the channel if you do make a purchase. So guys, I do see that this person has a very deep connection with you, but I see that they're also very not rigid. I wouldn't say the word is rigid, but I do think that they're the type of person that really follows the rules. They really are interested in doing kind of what is a societal norm, whereas you probably aren't so much. You might be a little bit open-minded, more so than this person. This person is, yeah, really worried about following along with what they think should be done. Perhaps something about your connection with this person is a little bit unusual to them. Could be also that some of them are thinking about marriage as well, by the way. If you're at that place, if this is like not just a crush, for instance, they could be thinking about making their relationship official in a more, you know what I mean, in a more marriage type of way, or at least in that type of aspect. We have the Hangman, so I think that this person might not be, I think for a good portion of you, you're not going to be in contact with this person, or this person might seem a bit withdrawn, and what they're really doing right now is reconsidering everything from a different angle with the Hanged Man, really trying to get a new perspective, but this is making them feel a bit lonely with the 5 of Pentacles. They, you know, it's a self-imposed loneliness, so it's kind of like as if they've almost done it to themselves. Like maybe they've pulled back from this connection, but it's their own choice sort of that they've done this, and they're kind of feeling the consequences of this, if so. But we have the Knight of Swords here, so I do see some communication coming in, some brave type of communication. It's going to be sudden, quick, kind of like very, very, it could be harsh in a way. I don't know if this person is exactly the best with their words in a romantic sense. They may not really know how to speak. It's not the Knight of Cups, so it's not somebody who knows how to maybe speak from their heart or with emotion. It's somebody who will kind of give it to you in a very logical way, or, you know, and we do have a heart there on the Knight's bridle, the Knight's horse's bridle. So that does indicate, I think, that, yeah, there will be some kind of message conveying their feelings. It may not be the most romantic, but the point will get across, especially because we do have a sly and subtle approach is needed here with the Serpent card, which is like what I really see as this Hanged Man, connected to the Hanged Man energy, really kind of taking time to think, how can they go about expressing themselves, and for whatever purpose. You know, I do think it's going to be a purpose of expressing feelings, you know, the connection, the feeling of connection. Like I said, for some of you that are in more like a long-term type of situation, or at least where it's more serious, this could be an offer of marriage that they're trying to figure out how to do. But for those of you that are in like something less serious, it is an offer. They do want to make some kind of offering of love, or like at least acknowledging this connection that they feel to you. But like, let's be realistic, you know, it may not be an offering of love, but it may be an offering that there is a connection that they do feel, a bond that they feel with you. And we have this card. Oh my gosh, I always cannot say it. Hold on. Caduceus, that's how you say it. I remember it. Gosh, Caduceus. I always have a hard time with this word, sorry. So with the Caduceus, we have you will receive news from afar. So I do feel like you're going to get news from this person. For some of you, I guess this person could be afar, but I don't think that applies to everybody. I think it's going to be, split on that. But yeah, for some of you, it could be somebody that's coming from far away. They could be away because we do see a lot of movement on this horse, that he's crossing a lot of ground. So it could be that this person, if they are far away, they'll be nearby, or at least they'll get in contact with you. But yeah, I'm not saying that it's going to be afar for everybody. But yeah, you're definitely going to get news from this person regarding this connection, at least their thoughts on it, for sure. So there's definitely going to be some communication. So if you're in a situation where there has been no communication, you will get communication. That's a confirmation for that. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and let me know if you did in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a like if you want, and I will see you on the next video. Okay, to those of you that have chosen the blue halite stone here, which is pile number 2, this is your reading. I'm just going to note something really quick here, is that halite is really good for reducing like stress and anger and anxiety and those type of things. And I do see here with the nature card that this person might be a little bit out of control in how they feel. They might be a little bit scared sometimes of how they're feeling. It talks about having to make a good choice and almost like planning. I do see it's almost like they're planning their trap. I don't think it's that they're planning to trap you in anything. This is a very positive reading, but it's almost like there's like a deliberation. They're trying to figure out how to do it, and they might be really worried about how to go about making their next move. But I do see that, okay, the first thing I'm just going to tell you guys that I see straight off from this pile is that I see that they're going to be sharing some kind of good fortune with you. We have the unicorn, which is good fortune and friendship. So there have, some kind of good fortune coming in here with the 4 of Wands. And you see that they're sharing it with the other person, and it's about, getting something, reaping the rewards for what you've kind of put out there and then sharing it. And I feel like this person is going to be sharing something with you. They may be asking you out on a date, or as well, I see that with the 10 of Chalices, and this is just going to be something that's really good for both of you, really happy. And I feel like they really do dream about having that like kind of close connection with you, with the family, and really just spending time with you. You may have children already for some of you, or maybe they're thinking about that in the future. And I see this Earth Mother, so I also see some kind of, pregnancy, like fertility, something. I definitely see something, but I feel like a very loving energy. Yeah, and in the Earth Mother is all about abundance as well, about those Venusian type of, beauty and good food and good, everything. So I do feel like they really want to take you out somewhere. We have bright new prospects around the horizon, so I do think that, yeah, they're going to be doing this. I think it will be by the next full moon that they'll be asking you out, perhaps to go out and do something, or and it may, yeah, like I said, for many of you, they may actually want to be sharing something, like maybe they get a bonus and they want to do something extra special, something like that. Like, I don't think it'll be an actual gift. I think it'll be more like an invitation to do something, or sharing something somehow, maybe, asking you out for dinner, that type of thing. So that's what I see as the next move for pile number 2. I know it's pretty simple and straightforward, but that's really what I've got here. So let's just keep it at that. If you like this reading, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, so those of you that have chosen the white onyx stone here, which is pile number 3, this is your reading. So what is your person's next move? The person you have on your mind, what is their next move? Well, I do want to note that we have 2 major arcana cards here, so I do see that this is, a big deal to them. There's a lot of hope involved with the star. They really do feel hopeful about this situation. There's an abundance of emotion regarding them, but with the Ace of Cups, you have to remember that it is the potential. It's the potential, so it's not necessarily that they're going to act on it. And again, and we see the 4 of Swords. So they're in a rest period right now, and they're going to be in this rest period. So when it comes to the next move, I really don't know. I think that there will be a next move. They will come towards you, but I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon. Because, okay, this is what I'm seeing here. We have choose your words carefully with the Sphinx. We have that rest card right there of the Four of Swords. So I feel like they're resting right now, trying to convey, like figure out a way to convey the things that they want to say. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And yes, the Wheel of Fortune can be like something good coming to you, but in some cases it talks about fate and timing. And so I feel as if this person in the start, so it's somebody who's not really moving anywhere, right? They're, you know, they're just sitting there with their emotions. And they're not exactly moving towards it. It's just sort of hoping and wishing. And, you know, believing that there can be a good outcome to this. So it's almost as if I feel like this person is a daydreamer. They have feelings, but they're just daydreaming about them. They might be just a little bit too shy to open up here in this situation. So we have the Maiden, so a new relationship blossoms. I definitely see that with that Ace of Cups. There's something blossoming within them, but they still have to make the choice to act on it. And I see that, yeah, with this resting card, and then with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like as if they're just waiting for the right time to open up, but goodness knows if that time's going to come. So this may be a type of situation where you might have to make the first move. You might have to take charge in the situation. It's almost like, this is actually a word that popped into my head when I was pulling these cards, was Sleeping Beauty. Like, it's almost as if they're waiting for you to make a move. So, yeah, you may have to take the lead on this with this person. But that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. Basically, just to sum it up again, there's a lot of hopes and emotions involved in the situation. They feel good about you. They're wishing for you. They're hoping that you guys will end up together. But I feel like they're leaving it up to fate, or they're waiting for a good time, and they're just sort of thinking about their words as if they're just, that's all they do is just imagine the scenario, but they don't actually make the move, if you get what I mean. So that's your reading. If you like this, if it resonates with you, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video. Okay, so those that have chosen this rose quartz stone right here, this is your reading. So for what your person's next move is, we have the World Tree, the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Athames, the Horned God. Just to point out, the Horned God's like the Emperor. And then we have the Minstrel, Water, and the Mystic Circle. Okay, guys, I see something. Okay. I feel as if this person isn't going to be making too many new moves. I feel like that they're just going to be standing their ground with the Horned God. It's sort of like they're not the type to open up and share anything, and it's not so easy for them because they're very driven in other ways, and they may not be too in touch with that side of themselves. And then we have the Four of Athames, so it's like resting and taking a break from the situation. Yeah, I just don't see them making, as a next move, that would be like taking a break. But I don't think that they feel badly about you. And then here we have the Six of Pentacles. And the one thing I always notice about this particular card, hopefully, let's see if you can see it. You notice how this woman is giving these two people something, but this guy's got something behind him. His hand, you know, like behind him, he's hiding it in his hand. And I almost feel like that this is how your person is that they're just hiding, you know, it's dice in this, but it's like, yeah, hiding their cards. Do you know what I mean? Behind their back, their hand. Did you get what I mean? Like, they're not willing to take the gamble, sort of, to open up. And that's kind of what I see for you guys. Like, it's just as if they're not wanting to really show their hand and what's really going on with them. And we have the World Tree. It's just, the World Tree, it's like about knowledge and completion. And so I do feel like as if, it's almost as if you two are opposites. I see the day and the night and day. I feel like as if you guys are opposites. This person's kind of a bit closed off, and you aren't. We have water, and this is interesting because with the other decks I felt like these cards were representing the person, but I really feel like these cards are talking about you. We have water, so I really feel like that you guys may be water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, and it says emotions are at their peak, and I really feel like, this is actually, okay, when I did this, when I was pulling the cards, I did some kind of like channeled messages, or like sort of like automatic writing. Messages didn't come to me with all the piles. It just was like sort of asking if any messages would come, and that's kind of what I do, is automatic writing a lot. I've done it since I was a kid. But I got the, like, I'm sick of it, is what I think I wrote down exactly. Let me look. Yeah, you're sick of it is what I wrote. Yeah, and I feel like that you guys are really sick of this situation, of them not opening up, of them not being honest. And, like, not, like, and when I mean honest, I don't know, maybe they're not honest in other ways. And I do feel like if they aren't honest in other ways, you're going to have the ability to see through this. But as well, if perhaps you've been too shy to open up to this person, I really feel like this minstrel is let your intentions be known. I feel like it's for you. You need to let your intentions with this person be known. If you want to be with them, you need to tell them. Because I just don't see them. I feel like they're too proud. They're too proud, and they're just not going to be making any moves on, like, next towards you if you want it to go further than what it is right now. I feel like you're going to have to be the one that lets your intentions be known. And you may even do this soon. When your emotions are at your peak, you might really freak out and kind of like let them know. But I mean, generally, you should, try to plan that out if you can. It's always better to go as somebody who flies off the handle in the past, who has flown off the handle. Yeah, I would recommend that. But generally speaking, I mean, of course, if it's somebody who's really been a jerk and really difficult to deal with, you do you, and do it how you think it should be done. For some of you, that could even be that you're going to get so fed up with it that you're just going to blow up. But yeah, we have your abilities will be enhanced. So I do feel like you're going to have some intuition regarding this situation, some kind of knowledge. But yeah, I don't think that they're going to be making any moves towards you really, except for acting proud kind of and taking a rest and really not showing their hand. I really feel like it's going to be that type of energy. And yeah, if you want it to go further, it's going to be up to you by letting your intentions be known and letting them know how you feel if you haven't already, or at least telling them, hey, this is how it's going to be. If you don't want to be with me, just let me know. And kind of just like laying it out there for them. Unlike them, who it seems like are keeping things behind. As well, yeah, especially if you're a woman. But anyways, that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 4. If this resonates with you, let me know. And give me a like and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you guys in the next video.